Tyrese Haliburton is one of the most electrifying players in the league.
I mean, good job. Just no-look defense, wasn't prepared for it behind.
He continues to set new NBA records while earning one of the most significant contracts in NBA history. First, let's see where he got his basketball obsession from. Number 7. Tyrese Haliburton's early life. Haliburton is the youngest of 6 children. He was born on February 29, 2000 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His father, John Haliburton, worked as a basketball referee, while his mother, Brenda, worked as a nurse. He grew up heavily influenced by his older brother, JD, who played college basketball at Southwest Minnesota State University. And basketball seems to run in the Haliburton genes. His cousin, Eddie Jones, was a 3-time All-Star in 14 seasons with the Heat, Lakers, Grizzlies, Hornets, and Mavericks. Haliburton is also related to current Orlando Magic player Jalen Suggs. From a young age, Haliburton was focused on just one thing: becoming a professional basketball player. Number 6. Basketball obsession. Haliburton had a cheat code in the form of his dad. Because his father was a referee, it allowed Haliburton to get a head start in pursuing his passion. He has said that he first started attending basketball camps when he was just in preschool because his dad was working there. Another break came when Haliburton was 6 years old. That is when he met Coach Shade at a kids camp. He taught Haliburton ball handling and shooting drills, which Haliburton stayed consistent with from age 6 to 16. He credits much of his development to these drills. While in high school in his junior season, Haliburton earned FVA Player of the Year and Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Division I All-State accolades, with his team falling just short of the state tournament. As a high school senior, Haliburton averaged 22.9 points, 6.2 assists, 5.1 rebounds, 3.5 steals, and 1.7 blocks per game. He led Oshkosh North to a 26-1 record and its first state title in program history. He scored 31 points in the title game and hit all 18 free throw attempts. He was named Oshkosh Northwestern All-Area Player of the Year, Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year, and FVA Co-Player of the Year. He was selected to the WBCA Division I All-State Team and the USA Today All-USA Wisconsin First Team. Now, despite the accolades and success, he wasn't a highly recruited star coming out of high school. That might have to do with his unusual shooting form, which many coaches believed wouldn't translate at a higher level. Haliburton even jokes that he was a no-star athlete, which he remembers to this day to motivate himself to work harder. However, there was one college that believed in the future NBA star. Number 5. Journey to the NBA. Haliburton committed to playing college basketball for Iowa State on September 18, 2017. In his freshman season, he was the only NCAA Division I true freshman other than Zion Williamson to accumulate at least 50 steals and 30 blocks. Haliburton had an assist-to-turnover ratio of 4.5, which led the Big 12 Conference and ranked second in Division I. Haliburton had breakout success as a sophomore and was named to the second team All-Big 12 Conference despite suffering a season-ending wrist injury. During this run as a sophomore, he was named Player of the Week on 2 different occasions and averaged 15.2 points, 5.9 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and 2.5 steals per game. Before leaping to the NBA, Haliburton even got some international experience. He led the United States to a gold medal and earned all-tournament team honors at the FIBA Under-19 World Cup in Heraklion, Greece. With his college career in the rearview mirror, Haliburton set his sights on checking off his childhood dream of becoming an NBA player. But he wouldn't be just a regular player. No, soon enough, he would defy the odds to become one of the most dynamic offensive players in the league. Number 4. Dream come true. Haliburton was selected with the 12th pick by the Sacramento Kings in the first round of the 2020 NBA Draft. After the season, Haliburton finished 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting and was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team. At Sacramento, Haliburton was paired with another dynamic guard in De'Aaron Fox. The duo showed some flashes of greatness, but it was clear that both Haliburton and Fox needed the ball in their hand to excel truly. Especially Haliburton, who was quickly showcasing showcasing his otherworldly playmaking ability. So, the Kings decided to shake things up by trading Haliburton to the Pacers and in return securing the services of Domantas Sabonis. At the time, many believed that the Kings messed up by trading someone as special as Haliburton, despite them making the playoffs for the first time in decades. Since then, Haliburton's elite play has cemented this fumble. As a member of the Pacers, he has essentially transformed the entire organization. During the 2022-2023 season, Haliburton became the first player in NBA history to record 40-plus assists and 0 turnovers in a 3-game stretch, averaging 20 points, 13.3 assists, 6 rebounds, and 2.3 steals per game. He would go on to be named to the first ever NBA All-Star Game in 2023 as a reserve guard for the Eastern Conference. After the All-Star Game, Haliburton posted his 30th double-double of the season with 39 points and 16 assists, becoming the first player in Pacers franchise history to record 30-plus points and 15-plus assists in a single game. Haliburton ended his breakout year by becoming the 15th player in NBA history to average 20-plus points and 10-plus assists for an entire season, while becoming the first to do so on 40% plus three-point shooting. Now, the following year, Haliburton picked up where he left off by becoming the first player in Pacers history to put up at least 40-plus points and 10-plus assists in a game. He would go on to become the third youngest player in NBA history with 25-plus points and 15-plus assists with no turnovers. His elite scoring and playmaking continued when he became just the fifth player in NBA history to have 30-plus points, 15-plus assists, and 0 turnovers in a single game. He also became the first player in NBA history with 25-plus points, 15-plus assists, and 0 turnovers in consecutive games since tracking began in 1977. So it seemed as if every time he steps foot on the NBA court, he does something magical, which must really feel good for the Pacer brass, who gave Haliburton one of the biggest contracts in the NBA over the summer. Number 3, NBA contract. Now, Haliburton came into the league on a 4-year, $17.8 million deal, and that alone is some life-changing money. But since then, he has agreed to a supermax deal with the Pacers worth nearly $206 million over a 5-year span. And to make matters even more sweet, every penny of that $206 million is guaranteed. In the deal, he will make between $35 to $46 million each year, and once the deal is completed, there is a high likelihood that he will sign another max deal, as he is only 23 years old. The end of the deal will likely align with his prime years, which means this $206 million contract might not even be the biggest one that he signs. Along with the NBA contract, Haliburton has a deal with Nike, MetaQuest, and the Prisoner Wine Company. He also has a couple of extremely successful social media platforms. Number 2, social media. Haliburton stays active on social media. On Twitter, he has nearly 145,000 followers, while his Instagram is creeping up to 520,000. He tends to treat his Instagram as his personal fashion show, as he shows off his extremely fashionable league fits. On occasions, he will also post about his long-term partner, Jade Jones. Jade was a cheerleader during her college days, and her time in high school won the state championship. She is currently a teacher at Walcott Elementary School in Iowa. When Haliburton isn't balling out on the court, he likes to spend his time playing video games. In fact, he credits NBA 2K for a lot of his professional success, including the reason why he wears his jersey number. He revealed that he wore number 0 in Sacramento and chose the same number in Indiana because CJ Miles used to get the best of him in 2K. Haliburton added that in my career portion of NBA 2K, which allows a user to create a player and follow a fictional NBA career, he was on the Pacers, but we doubt that the fictional version of him was making nearly as much cash as the real thing. Number 1, his net worth. It is safe to say that Haliburton is living the good life. He is putting on one of the most electrifying and fun offensive seasons in recent NBA history, while making the Pacers into a playoff contender. Along with racking in money by the boatload, his popularity is rising exponentially, which will only bring more endorsements and sponsorship deals to his doorstep. Now, business is booming in the Haliburton household. However, you do have to take some of that cash flow and set it aside for Uncle Sam. But even with that chunk gone, we would estimate that Haliburton's net worth is somewhere around the $100 to $120 million mark, especially once that new contract kicks in.